Crazy photos you won't see anywhere else. Marilyn Monroe in 1952, photographed for her very first Life magazine cover. The 1963 Corvette Stingray. That split rear window lasted only 1 year. A space-age mural, still bright in a building abandoned since 1986. Grace Kelly in 1955. Only 11 films, then she left Hollywood to become a real princess. A New York grocery in 1937, where milk cost 6 cents. ZZ Top in 1975, back when the man named Beard was the only one without one. Industrial waste turned Cleveland's Cuyahoga River red in 1967. 2 years later, the river itself caught fire. Judy Garland in 1944, just 5 years after she stepped into Dorothy's ruby slippers. This isn't a piece of pork. It's a single stone, carved and stained in the 1800s. Ideal's answer to the Rubik's Cube, the missing link puzzle from 1981. The shoe bill stands 5 feet tall and holds that stare for hours. Sophia Loren in 1959. 3 years later, she won an Oscar for a foreign language role. The 1961 Chevrolet Bel Air bubble top, that wraparound glass roof, lasted only 2 years. Volvo invented the 3-point seatbelt in 1959, then gave the patent away free. Olivia Newton-John at a Grease screening in 1978. She was 29, playing a 17-year-old. Kentucky Fried Chicken in 1968, back when it called itself an early American restaurant. Hardly anyone sees the Great Sphinx from behind. It has a tail. Boris Karloff in The Mummy, 1932. That face took hours in the makeup chair every day. Elizabeth Montgomery of Bewitched, the crush of every young man in America, 1965. 4 floors of cast iron alcoves in Old Cincinnati, torn down in 1955. Dave Thomas opened the first Wendy's in 1969 and named it after his daughter. Monty the Cat joining in on the piano practice, England, 1959. Clara Bow, the original It Girl, got 45,000 fan letters in 1 month. The 1948 Tucker, only 51 were ever built and 47 still survive today. They look like colored pencils, but these Egyptian glass rods are 2,000 years old. Space 1999 gave its crew handheld video phones back in 1975. Photographed in 1923. Her headdress inspired Queen Amidala in Star Wars. Claude Monet in the Giverny Garden. He painted for 30 years, 1921. The only known photograph of the Titanic's dining saloon, taken in 1912. Clark Gable and Carol Lombard in 1932, on the only film they ever made together. Somewhere in the Mojave, 1965. A retired Los Angeles streetcar, parked far from any track. These cedars were planted in perfect rings in 1973. A forestry experiment on tree spacing. A rare color photo of Bob Hope, who later lived to 100. Everyone thinks Victorians never smiled. Then there's this woman in the 1890s. Jackie Gleason as bus driver Ralph Cramden. The Honeymooners ran only 1 season. Roland, a 4,000-pound elephant seal, getting a snow bath from his keeper in 1930. Molly Ringwald in 1986, the year she landed on the cover of Time magazine at 18. Ford's 1979 Pinto cruising wagon came with a porthole window in rainbow stripes. Family Feud host Richard Dawson played the villain in The Running Man, 1987. Forgotten fashion trends of the 2000s.